Alright, what is good? So on Saturday, I attended the Rose City Comic Con. It's a little convention. I guess it's run by the official Comic Con. I'm not 100% sure, but it was a nice turnout. I just went for Saturday. It was going for Saturday and Sunday. But Saturday, I really wanted to attend because one of my favorite artists was going to be there, Clayton Crane. He does some tremendous work. A lot of you guys know him from, I think it was Wave 2 of the new Marvel Legends, or was it Wave 3? You've seen his artwork. It's just phenomenal and just a real cool guy to chat with. I was able to pick up one of his prints. He autographed for me, so that I was stoked for because I think it was 2 years ago he was out here for another smaller Portland show, and I didn't even know he was there, and I totally missed out. But this time I was prepared, so I grabbed one of these prints. Now he has a whole bunch of other prints that he did, but for some reason this one just really stuck out to me. I mean, I love the whole X-Force run that came out, years back. It was just a phenomenal read, and this picture, it was like I had to have it. And then I was able to get a couple of my comics signed from him, so that was a cool thing. So I bought something from him and he was able to sign a few things, so I was happy about that. Venom and Carnage #1. This is where I was really introduced to his work. I wasn't too familiar with him at the time. It's just an awesome, just a full-on artwork display that he does in this whole thing. And this is how he introduced a Toxin into the universe, so that was dope. Also, I got my Sensational Spider-Man signed by him. Now, some people were like, why just that one? I absolutely love this cover, and it's funny because we were talking about it, and I was like, man, I was real happy when Marvel made this change, got this costume, and he told me it was funny. He said at the time he wasn't. When he first found it, he was like, what are they doing to Spider-Man, this and that? And then all of a sudden he said, it kind of grew on me after a while. I found interesting ways of drawing this thing, so I was happy I was able to get this cover in there to him. It's one of my favorite suits of Spider-Man. I just love the way it looked. I know a lot of people are like, I want the classic. But that's alright. And then, of course, I got the X-Force #1. This is the bloody cover. I saw somebody else before me. He was getting his autograph, and he had the regular version. I was like, man, I'm glad I got the bloody one. That one's sick. But also, Christopher Yost was there. And I was surprised to see him there too, and I just so happened to have this, comic, so I got him to sign it too. So he was a cool dude to chat with. All those guys were really cool. I just need to get Kyle on here. I'll be complete. But yeah, I was really happy with the show. It turned out really nice, and I will attend next year. So shout out to everybody I met out there. Met some people from the Tube and other people who were fans. So that was good to see you guys there. Oh man, here we go. My most anticipated figure of this year. Something I've been looking forward to for quite some time. Here we got the Alien vs. Predator Hot Toys Scar figure. I actually like this movie, the Alien vs. Predator line. The second one, not so much, but it's just the way that the Predators were done. You can see them clearly. They were all beefed up. They had the armor going on, and it was a different setting to where they weren't in the jungle. They were in the Arctic, so it was a lot more colder climate. And there's something about the movie I really like. And just Scar, he was just an awesome looking Predator. Through his helmet, his weapons, it's so cool. But we'll get into that later. But you can see here's the packaging. You can see it says in this kind of really faint lettering, it says aliens or alien. And then you got the verses and then Predator right here. It's kind of hard to see, just gotta kind of flip the light. But the box is really cool looking, really clean. You got right there on the side, Scar Predator. Right up top, it's got a little logo. The Alien vs. Predator logo. So that's kind of dope. And on the back, got a nice little shot right there. There goes a little chamber. You can see the little alien symbol down there. Very, very nice. Of course, it's got all the different writing and stuff. Looking good. So and you slip that cover sheet off, and then you got the nice little view window of the Predator. Scar to be exact. You see his little accessories he comes with. Comes with a lot, it looks like. Interchangeable hands, of course. Very, very nice. But you got more design on the side. And then here goes everybody that went into making this beautiful figure. But that's enough of the box. We gotta crack this bad boy open. I absolutely love this figure. I've been waiting forever for it, and it has definitely been worth the wait. This thing is absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at that mask. I mean, that is just clean. See the nice smooth design of the visor. You can actually look in there and you can see some kind of design in there. So that is really nice. See the scar on his helmet. I mean, super, super cool. And these little bone trophies, little necklace, you got to, you don't assemble them, you just attach it on. Just pull off his head and just wrap it around him. Nice little necklace. The detail on him is really dope. I mean, that is nice. Sweet. I mean, just look at this armor. I mean, the paint on it is just remarkable. See his shoulder guards. I mean, he is armored up from head to toe. You can see the gauntlet, and then these are the smaller blades. It just looks so crisp on him. That is nice. See the hand, of course. It's just all this little detail in there. You see the shuriken right there. It just floats around. Got the loincloth. This material is kind of like a pleather. See, here's this other side. Try to get this around. Here goes his gauntlet has his computer system. And nice detail on that. Man, I'm just super, super impressed. Still has the netting, of course. Let's back up a little bit. You can see the leg armor, the toes. It's got like these metal blades on them, which I didn't know he had that, but that's cool. See, it's got the claw coming out of his back of his foot. Yeah, just super, super impressive. It's just that hidden little detail in there that really makes you appreciate Hot Toys design. And of course, he's got the air hose, which it doesn't limit too much, but it holds in there pretty good when you got him in. It's just placing him in is a pain at first. Then they attach right there to the back of his plasma cannon, and that's articulated too, which I'll get into a little later. See, the dreadlocks are nice, soft material. So I try to put the oxygen tank or the hose so it kind of blends into it. Let's turn it around. It's kind of a jumbled mess back here, which I'll redo his hair later. And then more of that necklace. You can see the spinal column. Some poor victim he took off. Now you can take off the back of this, but it just looks funky. There's nothing to it. It just has the compartment for the battery and stuff. And then there is the switch, which is right inside here to turn on his LED light, which I'll show off in a minute. Yeah, just super, super nice. You can see the cord. That's where it goes, and it connects all the way underneath there. You can hide it a lot better than what I did, which I'll fix up later on, but I'm not tripping. And then there is a place right here where his spear can actually attach, which I'll armor him up soon. And then right there on the side of the leg, that's where his sheath goes, so he can hold his dagger in there. Yeah, just super, super clean. Really liking this figure. Now, Scar Predator just comes with a lot of accessories. Of course, you got the classic mandibles. You got the ones that are closed and ones that are fully open, which I will show later on. But it's pretty good detail on them. It's really nice looking. But you'll see that later. It does have a nice kind of dagger. It's made out of die cast. Yeah, really nice detail on it. And that's pretty cool. Really reflective. It's got some nice weight to it, and does come with a nice little sheath, which you can attach on the leg, which I'll show as soon as I get them all fully assembled. It's got a nice shuriken here. This is really dope. It's a nice reflective kind of plastic paint, because it is plastic, so I would be very careful with this thing so you don't break it. It does come with a spear as well, which looks really good. It's nice, and it can open up as well. That's dope. Really nice. And he also has a total of 3 pairs of these blades. It's got the really long ones, which you've seen in the movie, and of course the medium size, which I don't really remember him utilizing that, but that's okay. And then he's got the 2 short ones on him, which you've already seen. And he's got a couple extra pairs of hands. He does have 2 of the open hands, which is a nice change up compared to the City Hunter, which he had. He didn't have the full open palm like this. The detail looks impressive on it. That's dope. It also has this is a gripping hand. He only has one of these. This is the right hand, so this one is used for the spear, compared to this other one, which is a little smaller, so this one is to use the dagger. That's cool. He's got the left hand, and of course he has 2 fists. Already got one on him already. It's almost like a thumbs up in a way. And then of course, what hot toy wouldn't be a hot toy without the stand. With the nice AVP logo, Scar Predator. So that's pretty nice looking. So he's got a bunch of stuff already, just a lot of different accessories, all those different display options you can do. It's really up to you how you decide to display them. I turned on his LED light. See, it's got a pretty nice shine to it. The lights are a little bright, so can't really tell too well, but it has a nice little glow to it. And here we go in pitch black. You can see the 3 little dots right there, so it does got some nice glow to it. Okay, so articulation. He has 2 separate neck joints. He has one right down here and then one in there, so you can get, good movement looking down about that far. You can go up about yay high, so he does look up, so that's always great. It's got side to side. It's got the tilt. Shoulder articulation goes up about that high. You can manipulate it. The armor does actually flex up, so you can go a little bit higher than that, but never try to really risk it. Go up pretty good. It's got a single jointed elbow, can swivel at the elbow. The gauntlet can move. He also has wrist articulation, so it can go either way. He has a waist articulation, but you never want to really spin these things around because you might risk ripping the net. And then the armor's connected, so he is still a little limited. No ab crunch. The armor does move, so you can kind of fake it if you want. It does have pretty good leg articulation. You can go up pretty far, just doesn't go back too far. Legs can spread out pretty good. It's got a thigh swivel. Does have a single jointed knee, and I think, does it rotate there? No, it doesn't. If it does, I'm not gonna really mess with it. It does have foot articulation and a little bit of an ankle pivot. So the thing about the Predators, they are limited in articulation. but it's just the sculpt is basically where it's at. You just get your basic amount of articulation, so you can't really get him into too many dynamic poses. Now, the Canon has some really good range of articulation. It can swivel right there, or go up and down, I should say. It can rotate right there above the base. It's got another point of articulation right there, and also that can swivel as well. So it's got really good range of motion. So it's all about where you prefer it at. You can place it down there, you can place it higher up. I mean, you can even go down to the side a little bit, maybe sideways. So just gotta play with it, see where you like it. You know, I've seen some people put the dreadlocks over it, which I don't think that looks too good. He's usually targeting right there by his head. So, but yeah, pretty solid basic articulation. But now we added a few weapons on him. You can see he's got his medium-sized blades, which right there, that's maybe a little bit longer than what the normal Predators would have. Maybe just a little bit shorter than that, but still a nice kind of classic style. You can see he's got his dagger on the side of his leg. And then on the back, you can see where the spear, you know, clicks in. So he holds his weapons pretty good. So I'm really impressed by that. Definitely nice. Now we got the extra long blades. Those things are just beast on them. I mean, come on, how cool is that? You know, when we seen him in the movie, when he pulled those things out, I was like shocked how, you know, long these damn things were. I mean, that is something cool right there. And then you saw in the Predators movie, when those Berserker ones, they just had the single ones, but they were like swords too. So it's nice that you see the evolution of Predators. See, he's holding the dagger in the hand. So yeah, just that's that fun factor right there. And this is probably how I always have them displayed, is with these long old blades on. And just look at the shine on them, just really reflective on the light. And that's something cool right there. And here we got that lovely, lovely face sculpt. Just absolutely stunning. See, here's the mandibles. These are the ones that aren't fully closed, but I think that's pretty much the way he was always sporting his look in the movie. Normally they have him more, you know, closed up, where the mandibles are actually touching. Just the head sculpt is just beautifully done. Nice detail. Those green eyes. See, a lot of craftsmanship went into this thing. Just stunning. Look at those teeth. Very, very menacing. See the side of his head. Whew. That's clean. And there we go with the wide open, just screaming his head off. I mean, just look at the inside of that mouth. That's some good detail. Just absolutely phenomenal. You know, the thing with the Predators, it's always like, how do you prefer them? Do you like them with the biomask on? You know, the mandible showing? You know, that's what is good about these characters. You get those different display options. You know, how you want him to be posed. I mean, endless selection. Super, super clean. So, we got them both standing side by side. Got City Hunter over here, and of course Scar. It's a toss-up on which head sculpt I like better. City Hunter does have a lot of detail. A lot of impressive sculpting went into him, a lot of paint. Scar, you know, he just has that nice look to him. Both of them have that green eyes. The dreads are cool. I think Scar, his dreads are almost accurate. They could be a little bit longer, but that's just a nitpick. Other than that, his armor is a lot better than City Hunter, and he's a lot bigger, you know, girth-wise. I mean, he's absolutely huge. City Hunter is probably a little bit taller, just by a hair. You know, nothing major. His hands, the Scar, his hand accessories are a lot better, but both have a lot of accessories, so you can't go wrong with either one you pick up. Scar is just my favorite Predator, so it was a must get for me. but I actually love both of these figures. So definitely, you know, two of my most anticipated figures coming out this year. I got them both, so I'm extremely happy about that. Both of them are around the 200 range. I think City Hunter was 220, and I got my Scar on Big Bad Toy Store, which I put the link in. So he runs about 230. But both, hey, you're getting your money's worth out of both of these figures. So definitely give them a chance. Definitely worth the buy, in my opinion.